Hi everyone, I'm back with a new video, and I want to start by saying that what happens once can happen again. Let me explain. As I mentioned on this channel earlier, undocumented immigrants were moved to a New York City high school for temporary shelter, and then students were pushed into remote learning. On January 10th, the students of James Madison High School in Brooklyn were forced into remote learning because nearly 2,000 undocumented immigrants were using that school as a shelter. This happened because of weather conditions in New York. Did this disrupt children's education? Absolutely. Does this show that New York City liberals prioritize undocumented immigrants over children? I think that's the conclusion that can be drawn from this recent incident. Can such a thing happen again? I think it's very much possible. New York City liberals are failing. They are failing to govern. They are failing to be strong leaders. They are failing to be good public servants. Winter is still not over. There may be more snow, more storm, more gusty winds, and so there's possibility that any day schools may be disrupted again to make room for undocumented immigrants. Students may be forced into remote learning again if New York City officials use adverse weather conditions as an excuse and decide to house migrants in schools. That's why I say that New York City officials should have thought about this beforehand. Anyone can understand that living in a tent shelter in the middle of winter in a place like the East Coast can be extremely difficult. It can be hazardous because in the East Coast, the temperature can drop a lot and there can be lots of snow and ice. And still, the liberal politicians in New York City continue to hold on to the sanctuary city designation. Mayor Eric Adams and his administration blame Texas for sending migrant buses. But the reason why Texas is sending migrant buses is that New York City continues to be a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants. That's the reason why Texas is sending buses, because New York City continues to be a sanctuary city. If New York City politicians decide to publicly declare that the city will no longer be a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants, then that would be a proper step. That would be a step in the right direction. And I've said it before, that New York City politicians should do a press conference and should publicly declare that the city will no longer be a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants. But the New York City liberals have still not done that. They continue to be a sanctuary city. And so Texas keeps sending migrant buses. My friends, right now, the parents and the students in New York City are facing uncertainty. Any day, New York City officials may disrupt children's education again by using a school as an overnight respite center. My friends, this situation is completely out of control. This situation is out of control because of because of sanctuary city policies and because of the open southern border. I've said it many times on this channel, and I'll say it again, that we need to secure the southern border and we need to stop this influx of undocumented immigrants. And what New York City needs to do, New York City officials need to publicly declare, need to officially declare, do a press conference, declare that the city will no longer be a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants. That's the step that Mayor Eric Adams needs to take. Mayor Eric Adams and his administration officials need to publicly declare that the city will no longer be a sanctuary. But is that going to happen? I don't know. What may happen again is what I've just said, that the liberal officials in New York may disrupt children's education again. They may push students into remote learning again and decide to use a school as an overnight respite center. They have done it this week. They may do it again in the near future. That's a strong possibility, and that's why the parents are not happy, because the parents prioritize their children's education. For them, their children's education is very, very important. And good education is very important for the children's future. As I've said before, the children are the future. They are the ones who will carry our civilization forward. And so we must make sure that their education is not disrupted. But in New York City, children's education were disrupted. This children's education, was disrupted this week, and there may be disruptions in the future because winter is still not over. So share with me your thoughts, my friends. I look forward to hearing from you. You can go to my website, tausifanam.net. You can send me a message. You can also check out my blog, check out my list of published opinions, and you can also leave your comments on my YouTube channel underneath this video. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos that I made recently. I've talked a lot about the border crisis and the migrant situation in places like New York City, Chicago, Denver, California. And so watch the other videos that I have on this channel and share with me your thoughts. And I look forward to hearing from you. Share with me your thoughts and opinions, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again soon with a new video.